Salam, shalom, good day, all praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom, wise solace here. Hopefully everyone's in good spirits. Lachelle Robinson, Star Vision, Charles Little. What's up, brother? Thank you for the birthday greeting. Now, today I want to do this deep video for you guys. Explaining dream. But I don't want to explain dream to you guys. I've already done that. The same way this world has a geography, a map, places. So dream world is the same. It has a map, it has places. And so in order for you guys to understand dream, you have to have the proper perspective of the physical life. And so when you're dealing with the physical life, this is a matter of consciousness. Meaning, physical life in all of its places are in conscious. In that same way, dream is a place in the unconscious. I'm not sure if I said that clear enough. It is not about the physical places, but all is mind. And so, the dream realm is a place in the unconscious. The same way this physical life that we are in is a matter of the conscious, meaning the awake part of the mind. No one's awake or conscious and not in physical life. No one's awake and conscious and in dream. You get my point? Meaning the realm and the state of mind go together. And so it's not about us looking at physical life as a place that we run in and dream as a place that we run in, but all is mind. And so consciousness or physical awareness is a state of mind. Of course, that state of mind is awake, aware, conscious, but it's also a place. So the state of mind coincides with a place, meaning when you're conscious, so physical life is a part of that consciousness. When you're unconscious, dream or those realms is a part of that unconscious. So you have two sides of the mind, one being conscious, awake and aware, the other being unconscious. And so they both have their places. They both have their geography. And so a person asks me, do I believe in parallel universes? Dream world is the parallel universe in regards to self. Outside of that, there are no parallel universe. There are things parallel to each other. Meaning I'm a person, you're a person. You grasp? We're parallel. In regards to you existing in a parallel universe, meaning we live in this world, there's another world where you are a part of that world and it coincides with this one. That would be the dream realm. Most people do not view the dream realm as a real place. We view it as a figment of the imagination. When you're dealing with the dream, and those of you that view dream as a figment of your imagination, dream is an experience, and imagination has nothing to do with a real experience. I can imagine anything I want, but experiencing it is something else. And so we all experience dream, those realms. And so try and grasp peace and wisdom. I see one of you guys said that you have no sound. I suppose the rest of you can hear me quite well. I don't think you guys would just be on here in mute. But can you guys let me know if I'm clear? Okay, I see one of you guys said I'm clear. How about the message? Are you guys following so far? Like I said, I want to explain dream to you guys, the map of it. And so I'm only adjusting the perspective. Of course, most of you guys view dream as a place in your imagination. And so I'm trying to get you guys to grasp. Dream is as real as physical life. Both of these things being the realms that come along with the state of mind. And so when your mind, which is dual, one side being unconscious or what we perceive as unconscious, the other side being conscious. Now, of course, the unconscious mind is truly not conscious. I mean, the unconscious mind is truly not unconscious. Otherwise, it wouldn't wake up. And so the conscious or the unconscious mind is the source of the mind. Then, of course, you have the awake part of the mind. This is the state of the mind that is aware. And so, of course, with this conscious state of the mind, you have the realm. Meaning when a person becomes awake or conscious, it is because they are in physical life. If they go unconscious, they are no longer in physical life. We are speaking of you as a mind. The physical body will always be in the physical place. The spirit body will always be in the dream state or dream realm, and the mind will always be in the abyss or the womb. This is that dark state you guys experience. But the three parts of the self will always be in its place. Of course, the mind will carry over to the spirit realm or the physical realm. So hopefully I'm clear so far and you guys are grasping. Dream has a physical location within the unconscious mind. The same way physical life has a specific location in the conscious mind. When a baby is first born, so they are awake and conscious, but they are not here in mind yet. It takes a time before they begin to become aware of their outer surroundings. Meaning their eyes are open, they're breathing, they're looking around, but their eyes have a wander. Not a full focus. Meaning the baby may look at you, but I'm talking a newborn. But the eyes are not fully focusing on you. It's kind of wandering around, and so there's an adjustment process. What I'm trying to get you guys to grasp is all is a matter of mind. When the mind or the conscious part of the mind becomes awakened, so there's a physical place that is within it. So it's the same with the dream being a place in the unconscious. Now let's get to the geography of dream. If you guys have any questions, make sure y'all ask. Now, when you're dealing with the mind, of course, the mind being the conscious, as well as the unconscious, these two things being one. Look at unconscious and conscious mind as a spring. And so when you pull the spring apart, so on the one end you have unconscious and on the other end you have conscious. But when you bring the spring close together, so the two are just one. And so you guys experience that every day, meaning you guys wake up springing away from your unconscious part of your mind. And then sometime throughout that day, you fall back to it, becoming one with this source mind of self. Now, when you're dealing with the mind, being as though it's not physical, it may be hard for some of you to grasp, but view the mind as dark space. It has a north, south, east, and a west. North is up, south is down, and of course, east and west is your left, right, or your 360 degrees going from left to right. And so you should have a cross image in your mind, and you can put the N on top, you get it? The S on the bottom, the E on the left, or the right, the W on the left, north, south, east, west. This is the four directions of the mind, meaning the mind has four directions of thought, or four directions of movement. Of course, word is mind taking action, or conscious taking action, but we're not there yet. Let's just deal with the geography of dream. And so you have awake, or consciousness. This is in the north of the mind, meaning this is when the conscious reaches the pinnacle. This would be the central brain area. Of course, unconscious, this would be the sacrum area. This is where the conscious sets below in the spine. So this is your north and south. Of course, east and west, this is a matter of the thoracic spine and lumbar spine. Of course, it has a curve. So one part of the spine would be on the left, the other going towards the right. So as the conscious is rising and setting within the vessel, it's still following its orders, you know, up, down, left and right, are north, south, east, and west. Now, forget about the body. We're just speaking of the mind, the consciousness that you are. So it has those four directions. North is when you're awake. South is when you're unconscious. Of course, east is when you're raising up out of that unconsciousness, going towards awake, which is north. And of course, west is when you are setting into that unconsciousness, which is when you're setting into that unconsciousness, which is sleep. And so you have your north, south, east, west. Hopefully you guys are following. And so this is the four directions of the mind. Now, what I want you guys to do is have a north, south, east, west in your mind for the consciousness, and then a north, south, east, west in mind for the unconsciousness. And so, of course, when you're dealing with conscious mind, I just explained that. North is when you're awake. South is when you go into unconscious. East, this is on the right. This is when your conscious is raising up out of that unconscious, going to awake. And west is when the conscious is sinking into unconsciousness. This is south. So you have your north, which is awake. South, which is sleep. East, raising up out of that sleep. And west is when you're descending into it. We're speaking of you as consciousness. Now that's for the awakened mind, the conscious mind. That's its direction. Then you have the unconscious mind, which is its own entity, let's say. And so it has its north, its south, east, and west as well. Now, of course, south is unconscious. I want you to think of the awakened mind. You have your north, south, east, and west. And so south is at the bottom. Right beneath south, you have north. North of the unconscious mind. Then, of course, south of the unconscious mind is your unconsciousness. Now, in the north part, or the top part of the unconscious mind, you have dream. So dream is a part of the unconscious mind, the top of it. As you sink deeper and deeper into the unconscious mind, so you start to come closer and closer to nothingness or unawareness. Dream is in the northwest area of the unconscious mind and in the southeast area of the unconscious mind. So hopefully you guys have a cross in your mind with N at the top, S at the bottom, west or W on the left side and east on the other. Now the space between north and west, this is where dream is in the unconscious mind. If I had a piece of paper and pen with me, that would have been perfect. But I put this image up on my, for the members of the channel. So if you want to be a member of the channel, you can click the blue join word next to subscribe. And then you'll have access to private content, things like that. Now, as I was explaining, in the northwest area of the unconscious mind, this is where those realms we call dream lie. And in the southeast part, meaning northwest is parallel to southeast. Some of you guys can, if you're indoors, you can draw, you know, a cross, put an N at the top, a S at the bottom, a W on the left, and an E on the other side. And so in the northwest section, that's between north and west, that's dream. If you go to the south in the east section, that's dream too. The other two sections, which would be southwest and northwest, and northeast, this is unconscious. One being light unconscious, the other being heavy unconscious. So it's the same with dream. Hopefully you guys have drawn the north, south, east, west symbol so that you can follow. And so in the northwest section of the unconscious mind, you have dream. This is light dream. This is the dream you guys can snap out of. Think about when you're awake. And so when you drift off in the daydream, it is those realms the mind is sinking to. The conscious mind is going to the unconscious mind, passing that area, your light dream area. So it's the same when you guys dream, but it's not heavy. Then you have the opposite side, southeast. Northwest is light dream, southeast of the unconscious mind is heavy dream. This is when you guys are in deep, deep dream. Peace and wisdom. Are you guys following so far? I'm not sure if you guys are grasping anything because you guys don't have questions. on things, I would assume you would. So let me know if you guys are following so far. Okay, Rico says he's grasping. Nam Nod says he's grasping. Okay. Hopefully you guys draw across and put an N at the top and S at the bottom, an E on one side and a W on the other, so you can grasp what I'm saying. And so dream lies in those two areas of the unconscious mind. So the unconscious mind has its north, south, east, and west. It has its complete unconsciousness, which is south, and it has its awake area, which we call dream, which is north. This is up. Right above that, you have your conscious mind. And it has its north, south, east, and west. And so the unconscious mind south, the conscious mind, the conscious mind's south should be right above the unconscious mind's north. Meaning when you start to slip out of unconsciousness, you should be in dream. Dream being the top of the unconscious mind. And so hopefully you guys are grasping. Now, like I said, dream is in the northwest section of the unconscious mind and the southeast area of the unconscious mind. The southeast area is where you guys experience nightmare. This is the area where you guys cannot discern that you are in a dream. It's real until you wake up. In the other section, the northwest section of the unconscious mind where light dream is, this is where you guys go when you daydream. Let's say you get knocked out. So you go there right quick. You get it? Into light dream. Or light unconscious, which would be, on the northeast side. This is right above, heavy dream. Hopefully you guys wrote the map out that I explained with the north, south, east, west, one being above the other. Therefore you can see physically, okay, I have one mind that is conscious. It has a north, south, east, west. Then below it, I have another mind. This is the unconscious mind. This is the mind I'm kind of disconnected from, but I'm truly not. And it has its north, south, east, west. And so the awake part of the unconscious mind is what we call dream. And so it has its locations within this unconscious mind. So it's a very deep thing. Hopefully you guys are grasping. If y'all have any questions, ask. Rightful Hitter said, I'm hearing you, but can you inform me on the requirements to view the video? Peace and wisdom, brother. I already said what I said in regards to that video, and I'm sure you've heard me. So stop it. Now, if you guys have any questions in regards to what I'm what I'm explaining, be sure to ask. If you want to give back, of course, you can do so at paypal.me/SolaceSolari or cash.app/$ the real Solace. Or you can click the description arrow. All my links are there. They're in blue. Peace and wisdom, Rightful Hitter. I'm not going to tell you again, champ. Ask a question on the video or something else, but don't ask it here while I'm doing something, brother. You have common sense. And so I'm not sure what's wrong with some of you guys, but get it together. I don't want to have to, you know, do what your parents should have did. So if you have any questions in regards to this video that I'm doing, peace and wisdom. If you have any questions in regards to any topic dealing with wisdom, go on ahead and ask. If you have questions about technical difficulties on other videos, comment on the video and I'll see it. Peace and wisdom. Peace and wisdom, champ. Now, because you're a member, I'm going to tell you. I don't control YouTube, so I'm not sure why you can't see the video. All I can do is share them. And so I try to share a video with the members of my channel, a video that no one can see, because it has a price to view it, but I'm not sure why that's on there. And so because of that reason, I don't think guys can view it. I don't think you guys can view it, purchase it, or nothing. It's just like a tease. It's just there. But I can see it, of course. So I'm not sure why that is. Romeo Corleone said drifting from dream to awake is the equivalent to trance living. I'm not sure what trance living is. Peace and wisdom. Now, in regards to you guys controlling your dreams, hopefully this little map of the unconscious and conscious mind that I gave you will help you guys to grasp. In regards to you guys controlling your dreams, you cannot control your dreams, but you can go back to the same dream, to the same place in dream. But in regards to you controlling your dream, kind of being like the author of the dream, that will never happen because you don't control physical life that way. So you guys are seeking to do something in dream reality that you don't do in physical reality. You just kind of observe what's happening in physical life and then you react to it. And so you have that same control already in dream. You guys are seeking to have more control than that, where you become like the author of the dream. And so you do have that. It's called daydream. But outside of that daydream, when you slip into real dream, you do not control dream world or dream realm because you are not the creator of it. The same way we are not the creators of physical life. We are consciousness that becomes aware in it. Same way with dream, we become aware in it. But controlling the dream would mean you are the author of life, because awake, in physical life, in dream, in that aspect of life is all a part of a life we do not control. And so you guys cannot control, like, how can I explain it? You guys can control your physical life, meaning the way you react and your understanding of, cause and attraction, I guess you can say. Action and reaction. I'm trying to find the words for you guys to grasp that I understand what lucid dream followers are trying to accomplish when they say control their dream. I'm trying to get you guys to grasp that I fully grasp what they mean, what they are seeking to do, or if anyone has told you they have done it, I'm trying to show you that that's impossible. They would be able to do that with physical life. And so no one has control over physical life. You have those who become very powerful and they control areas of physical things, but the orders of life and what truly happens. You see how the building just crumbles in Florida? Like that. Man does not control, he can just react. He can just observe and react to what he observes. If his building falls and crumbles, he can only react to that, controlling things in that way. He can control the outcome of what happens, but not the happening. Meaning the man can rebuild the building and control that. But he cannot control like the building not falling over. You get it? He cannot control like lightning just striking it or earthquake flipping it upside down. Like that. He cannot control physical life. He can only become so observant that he flows with it to where it appears as if he's controlling his life. When a person says they're in control of their life, this is just them being in flow with life. It's like a person flowing down the river. Someone trying to swim against the current and flapping all around, they will appear like they have no control. Someone just not resisting and just letting the river just drag them down river, they look like they know what they're doing. Like that. And so kind of grasp. Dream is the same way. We kind of figure, being as though we don't view dream as physical, that it's something that can't be proven, you get it? But dream is physical, meaning the mind, what y'all call consciousness. Consciousness is physical. Now I know a lot of you guys will say, no, consciousness is not physical, that's unphysical. We can't see consciousness. Consciousness is like airs being unphysical to most of you guys' perception. But within those airs, you have the smaller microscopic levels of life. Carbon atoms, oxygen atoms, hydrogen atoms, all coming together, creating physical substances within that space that we call air. The mind is the same way. It's physical. Unseen is its starting point, but this unseen is only a matter of size, meaning we cannot see that small, but it's there physically. Meaning air is physical. It has what we call physical life in it. You get it? Atoms. Different kinds right before your eyes right now. But we just can't see it. And so in that, technically, air is physical. If you can grasp the mind, our consciousness is like air, being as though it's not physical according to you guys' perception, then you can grasp within the airs that is consciousness, you have thought. These thoughts are like atoms, they're physical. And so, I'm not sure if I'm going too deep. Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys grasp and can follow. But consciousness is physical. Are the consciousness that we know that manifest out into physical life and physical awareness. That part of the conscious is physical. Meaning from what you guys call unconsciousness, springing out into what you guys call conscious and aware. That whole mind, which is just one individual, is physical from its unaware state or its unconscious nothingness state all the way to its awakening state. It is physical. You have a mind separate from that. This is the source mind or the father mind. That is not physical. But it has all the qualities that the physical mind has. It is the source, the vibration. You know, a vibration is unseen, but it holds its pattern. What is physical, you know, follows that pattern. Like that. Star Vision said dreams hurt. Yeah, them ain't dreams, them nightmares if they hurt. And so hopefully you guys are grasping. You know, I know you guys hear a lot on dreams, and I'm not saying what you hear is incorrect, but you have to have a full understanding of a thing to truly grasp, you know, what it is. You have to have the full perspective to come to the full conclusion. And so do any of you guys have any discrepancies with me being the wisest person alive? Meaning, do any of you guys doubt that still? I'm just wondering for my own self. Peace and wisdom, Star Vision. I'm just trying to get a measure of how much stupidity I'm still dealing with. Because that's what I'm here for. I'm fight stupidity. And so I'm trying to see how far back have I receded the stupidity. Stupidity being the choice. Meaning some of you guys choose to say, he ain't the wisest. I don't care what he say. But from your hearing, meaning I just broke down a map of unconsciousness. Most of you guys, I ain't even beginning to think of unconsciousness yet. So just according to that. Do I qualify tomorrow? Am I in the rankings? Now let me get back to this video. Big Money said, yeah, you up there, I ain't gonna lie. It's a deep thing. I've never seen the man explain anything I've explained before I've explained it. Meaning after this video, you're going to have a bunch of videos similar. Y'all going to be like, oh yeah, I heard Solid say something. It's going to become crossed in y'all mind. Right? It's deep. But try and grasp. When I say I'm the wisest person on the planet, that's not an ego. It's in my observance of ego and everything else in life. And so from my observance, meaning to observe is to pull from outer. From my observance, y'all have me classified as the wisest. I just say it. But most of you have already thought it. Most of you are insane. You've thought of other things like he's God. He's God here physically. Like, I know it. And I'm not going to say I'm not. But I've never said those words. You can say them. I don't, Y'all know my ego. You have to have a big ego to be God. That's not to say God isn't humble. Humility and ego are moments. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this hermit crab. These things are so weird. Let me let y'all look. I'm looking at these weird ass things, man. Can y'all see? I don't want to get too close because they be running inside those holes right there. They make a bunch of them. Yeah, they ran in the hole. But they like handicapped. They like crabs that can't get they claws and shell together. It's gonna eat one of them one day like popcorn. They little. Sorry, let me get back to the video. Where was I at? I was explaining how I'm the smartest person on the planet and I know everything and no one else knows anything. I'm best. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? No one's better than me. I know everything. Don't worry about it. I got it. You gotta have that kind of ego to be God, baby. Y'all don't understand how this works. Nah, what I was saying was, I was saying God has the biggest ego that you guys can fathom. Of course, ego and humility being moments. But to be the source of all of creation, you know, to have really big ego. To build a big building, you have to have a really big ego to say, man, I'm going to dedicate myself to all that work because I'm not going to fail. I already said I'm going to do it. You get it? This is why men do things, because they said they were. Then did they have so much ego? They're like, nah, man, I got to do what I said. So however big the ego, then the man like, nah, I got to do it. I got to do it because I'm perfect. I said it already. I don't know how men are, y'all. Y'all ain't dumb in this life. Y'all know everything I'm talking about. Ego's an interesting thing. I enjoy, playing with it. It's like my little tool. I enjoy it. Not my ego, playing with y'all's. Like, when I say I'm the best and stuff, it be disturbing. Some of y'all, I enjoy that disturbance that you have. It ain't right, but I don't know if it's not. I haven't thought on it yet. But I enjoy that. Peace and wisdom. What happened to that boy? What happened? Peace and wisdom, champ. Yeah, if anyone wants to buy any of my dope t-shirts, I have one on right now. Let me let y'all see. Of course, you ain't gonna be as fly as me, but you don't have to worry about that. You start with your shirt, you hear? You start with your shirt, my nigga, you hear? Work your way up, you know what I'm saying? Work your way down, I don't know, figure it out. But say, Solace, I have the same shirt on that you have on. No, you don't, young man, but that's a hell of an ego you got there. Woo, that boy got a hell of an ego. That's not the same shirt. It just looks the same. Nigga, are you serious? Nah. Stupid nigga, are you serious? My shirts. Let me stop bothering y'all. This is why they say I got ego. I gotta get my life together. I gotta stop giving people shit to talk about. That ain't shit. I gotta get my life together. Y'all gonna help me out with that. Y'all, I know y'all gonna help me out with that. You motherfuckers refuse. That's what y'all here for. That's why I love y'all. And I ain't cap talking either. All of y'all that be like, man, fucks. Y'all here for me. I know it. Y'all like, nah, Solace is the wisest person on the planet, but that motherfucker gonna stop acting like he gonna give the man blood all black his motherfucking now in these streets. I already know how y'all think. I'll be laughing behind closed doors like, man, they don't understand me, man. They think I don't understand them. I come from the same dirty mud y'all come from, blood. Cut that shit out, man. Y'all got y'all talents, I got mine. It's all it's all love. You say you need a hoodie. It's summertime. Y'all just seen when it's summertime and you see a motherfucker, excuse my language, when it's summertime and you see somebody with a hoodie on, they are on K2 or something. So I hope you don't want a hoodie, bro. It's not gonna be getting chilly anytime soon. Where you like need a, you know. Get a bunch of shirts that equal up to the hoodie. Like, order like 5 of my shirts. They dope. They got secret powers too on them. You can fly. Don't tell no one I told you that. It's a secret. He said they all gay too. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all live in the hood and you've said this. Like, look, he got a hoodie on. This nigga bugging. Like, why he doing that? Why he got his scully on? It's 88 degrees. You real smart too. You like, man, the dew point is 73, baby. So that means it's really 103. He got a scully on. He he crazy. It's deep. I see strange things throughout my day. I try to lie to myself and say like, nah, they ain't on the K2. But you know how you got love for people, so you be like, nah, they good. People looking at you like you high, like you don't see they fucked up in the head. You like, nah, man, they. You knowing like, yeah, man, my people just lost their fucking mind, but I ain't gonna, I'm act like I don't know. Nah, they good, baby. You tripping. I'm being denied, you, man. Some of y'all done lost y'all ever loving mind. I'm gonna have to stop acting like I don't know this. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I love you. That's why I have to stop pretending. That's why I have to stop pretending with the rest of the world like you not insane. Some of y'all know what I mean. Y'all like, man, I'm just gonna have to stop resisting, man. Yeah, that's my homie, but the nigga crazy. I knew him for a long time, but he crazy. You right. Listen, man. I can't stop being his friend because he crazy. What you think he gonna do? Nah, let me stop. Some of y'all evil. Looking for a reason to betray somebody. Say, damn, that's a good idea, Solace. That's a hell of a good excuse. I've been looking for an excuse not to be my friend. You just gave me one. I knew watching your videos was worth everything. You out of here now. You know, enough to go tell your friend, like, listen, man, I'm not gonna be your friend no more because you a little crazy. You didn't get that from me. I was just playing. Now, let me get back to this video. I know some of you guys think I completely forgot, the topic and things, but I didn't. I like to multitask. No need to save the good stuff for the end, No need to save the good parts of the video to the end. And so, where was I at? I was explaining how you guys have deemed me the wisest person on the planet. And so, I accept that crown that you have all given to me. If you're really wise, you're avoiding me. This is a salute. This is how generals do things. So we have an understanding. I'm big who said. You're big too, but not when I'm around. You guys have crowned me wisest man alive. So it's a matter of this. Am I gonna stop bothering you guys saying that I am? Rubbing my ego in you guys' face? It's either I'm gonna stop doing that, and then you guys will acknowledge that I'm the wisest, or you guys will just start to acknowledge that I'm the wisest and I'll become like, humbled by it. That's how life works. So you can remove me and you guys from the equation now. Now, y'all may know people that, like, I know they got good in them, but they just, you get it? It's a matter of that. They don't want to give something on one end, like the example I just gave with myself and you guys. And there's something you don't want to give on the other end. Meaning there's something you don't want to acknowledge, and then so on the flip side, they don't want to acknowledge something. You know, like how, well, I can't use me because I always tell you guys I have ego. But just imagine if I never acknowledged that I have ego. You get it? Like if I played stupid and was like, I don't have ego. What's that? Just pretend I haven't. I mean, I've already told you guys I have the best ego. You say, Solace, you have ego. Yeah, get some. I'm the guy that said that. This is why y'all hate me so much. This motherfucker don't never say what I expect him to say back. Like, I thought he was gonna be like try to defend that he don't have one. He's stupid. Like, this motherfucker wise and stupid. I'm sorry, y'all. I've lost my pride in things like this. So the pinnacles of not having pride is like what you guys would call the, like I said, polar opposites of the same. So losing all of your pride is like becoming the most confident person on the planet, because no one's willing to abandon their pride. This is where their confidence lies. Like hell no, I ain't doing that. I'm not saying that. I got too much pride, baby. They ain't gonna like me. You got to be hella confident to not care and be like, man, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm me. So it's deep. To abandon your pride is like the pinnacles of confidence. It's a polar opposite thing. I'm not even sure if you guys are following still, but I suppose most of you are. There's no way you can be following me this long and be stupid. So I suppose most of you follow. Y'all laughing at me and shit. I apologize. Thank you all, good brother Eric, for the give and receive. That's the most important thing. No matter how much I play, no matter how filthy my mouth gets, if you young, manners go a long way. Always be observant of people, that's fair with you, that fuck with you. This is not to say to look down on people that ain't. They coming around, But, you get it? Manners is important, so let me give thanks. Thank you, brother Eric, for the give back. I appreciate your balance. Star Vision, you as well. Love your back. You always clocking in here with good energy. You already know what it is. And everyone else that's given back before, you may not camp today, that's all good. But you have before, so you get your thank you as well. Damn, I want to snatch one of these so y'all can see them, but keep running in their hole. And so the point is this: life is a tug of war. Hopefully some of you guys grasp. Meaning y'all be struggling. Y'all have like fake ops. No such thing as ops in life. It's just two sides that don't want to abandon a thing, Like I explained, using myself and y'all with my ego and you guys not acknowledging that I'm the wisest person on the planet. I know I am because you guys always steal my information. Meaning even the popular people I see, like, yeah, you never said that before. Shut up. Be bullying y'all in my mind, like, yeah, he stole. Cat's out the bag. Y'all be forgetting, like, it wouldn't matter who else know, just as long as I know. So you know your belongings. If someone happens to have it, you don't have to prove it to anyone. It starts with self. You say, oh, this motherfucker stole my shit. Then from there, everything else is what it is. But like, oh, he stole my thing. So it's like that. Y'all have stolen too many times, so I know on that, like, yeah. Y'all cherish my opinion. What I say matters because what I say is kind of what is. It's deep. To become the wisest person on the planet, it's a very interesting thing. Wisdom not being information. I don't want you guys to confuse the two. Wisdom is something that's within, that has to blossom. Of course, you have to water this thing, but wisdom is a truth within that has to start to shine. This truth being a matter of a perception. So wisdom is just a broadening perception that is broadening on the truth of things, not so much the information of things. Look at it like a baby. A baby doesn't learn how to speak because of information you gave it. It learns how to speak because of something within, meaning an awareness within the baby heightens to where they begin to perceive what you're saying. Prior to that, there is no information you can give someone that doesn't speak your language. So I'll say again, a baby learning how to speak is not a matter of information. It's a matter of the wisdom within them. This being a perception, an awareness. Meaning to be the wisest person on the planet is not a matter of you competing with someone outside of yourself, but it's a matter of grasping what I just said. Wisdom is within. I will never be wiser than another wise person. You get my point? It's not like boxing where I can beat them and they can beat me. It's not physical. Either you're wise or you're not. You get it? So wisdom's like that. You have very few people that attain wisdom. But neither is wiser than the other. You get it? One rose is not better than the other rose in perspective. They're both what they are. They're rendition of the same thing. And so another wise man would be wise. Y'all would know he's wise the same way y'all know I'm wise. Like the way he says things. Of course, words being the actions of a mind. Physical works being the actions of the word. Am I going too deep? Peace and wisdom, JW said your service is lagging. Peace and wisdom, champ. You got to get more, high speed gigabyte, nigga. You don't give back, so you got extra. Stop playing. Let me stop bothering y'all. I should be throwing y'all off, right? You don't never give back, nigga, so I know you got extra money. Give me $1. I was a badass kid. This is the kind of things I used to do as a kid. Curse a nigga out as a kid. Then be like, give me $1. Man, annihilated juice in my mouth. Man hyped up for no reason. Like, I know that boy gonna be smart because he a goddamn asshole right now. He a half of an asshole right now. He gonna be a full asshole. He gonna be a full-blooded asshole when you get older, trust me. Some of y'all know me in real life. For a long time, you watch it now, like, yep. Sure enough. I told him that. I used to ring him up by the collar and tell him that. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I'm nice though sometimes. Don't worry about it. I got it. Peace and wisdom, the money. Walter Gray and cracking up. Y'all crazy. Peace and wisdom. Y'all make sure y'all laugh outside of this video. Use that as an example. I was the first one to tell y'all that. Meaning I have a video explaining Laughing Buddha. And I said, if you look at the Laughing Buddha statue, so there's wisdom beyond what y'all can fathom there. So like first you look at Buddha and see he's fat, but his legs are crossed and he's laughing. So he's giving you wisdom how to lose weight. Laughing is like doing 1,000 sit-ups. Sometimes y'all say my stomach hurt. So I was first to say that. Now I see many people saying, laughing is healthy. Laughing is not healthy. There's no such thing as healthy. I said laughing is healing. Like you get a cut and it heals. That has nothing to do with healthy. You get it? So laughing is not healthy. Laughing is healing, meaning when you're laughing, you're literally healing yourself. Whether it be if you have a physical injury or if you have an emotional injury, this being the matter of your feelings being hurt. Any kind of injury you can think of, whether STD, anything. Laughing is healing. When you guys laugh, y'all sweat, y'all release piss, all kind of things. Laughing is the action of love, meaning love is a thought, a vibration. Love is a consciousness, a mind. Laughing is that mind or thought taking action, meaning laughing is the action of love, or the pinnacle action of love. Of course, some of you guys will say, no, the action of love is physical sex. No, that's after laughing. I'm not sure if I'm clear, but hopefully some of you guys grasp what I'm saying. Laughing is the best thing that we all can use, meaning it's the best resource in life, whether you're speaking physical resources, emotional resources, mental resources. Nothing's greater than laughing. Life started with a laugh. A big ah ha 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 ha. This is why, in Islam, God's name is Allah. God is sound. Laughing sounds. Ejaculation sounds. Yeah, ha, ha, ooh, wow, yeah. Oh, yeah, that feels good. That's like laughing. It's deep. I don't understand. Life started from that. Those energies. Love and laughing. It's basically being like orgasm. Orgasm is love and laughing mixed. You say, oh, this feels so good. It's like that, like like a laugh and a love mixed. Hates would bring that down. The jealous. And jealous forces is everywhere in life. This is before physical. Meaning the jealous person just has jealous energies. These things predate the person. There's the jealous shadows. In the beginning of time, there was a jealous shadow. He was envious of the light. Now, the light is the reason why he was seen. Meaning the light is the reason why the shadow even has existence. But he's stupid, so he's envious. It's fucking light. He doesn't know if the light goes out, he doesn't even exist anymore. He just becomes one with the darkness. Because he's not light, he's just a shadow. But he's dumb. So I have to grasp what I'm telling y'all. You had envy before physical. These energies go back to light and darkness, shades. Say, look at me, I'm blacker shade than you, like. I'm midnight shades, you're only 11 p.m. So this is shades arguing in the beginning of time. Of course, these shades manifest out physically. But this is pigment in its early... I'm too goddamn wise. But this is pigment in its early beginnings, arguing back and forth with one another. Red's arguing with Scarlet. No, I'm better than you, I'm light-skinned. Scarlet's like, no, I'm black is beautiful. These two things being the same, but they're stupid. So they come together, they make blacker. Like, it's deep. They make pigment. This is where you get shade. The shade starts being jealous. And this is why y'all say jealous people are shady. Like, fuck that nigga, he's shady. I mean, like, he ain't shit, he an envious soul. He one with the shade, like... Basically, what I'm explaining to y'all, y'all already know. Y'all used the term. Y'all from the beginnings of time. Y'all like to just worry about now. You have like emotional problems, like children that been raped. You don't want to talk about the past. So when I bring this up, I guess y'all get mad. I don't want to go back to the beginning, Solace. I don't want to. I don't want to discuss when I was shade. Like I don't want to discuss when I was jealous shade. So, but most of y'all know what I mean. This is why y'all use the terminology y'all do. Y'all call people shady, and y'all know everything I explain to y'all. Y'all just like plain stupid. This is what physical life is all about. Plain dumb. Lying, shit like that. The stuff you can't do in unphysical. You get it? You have to be able to speak words to lie. So you have to grasp. Only in physical life you have lips. This is why language is dangerous. Animals don't lie. They can't. So I'll say again, like, physical life is a place where, shades get to manifest out and become liars and things that they always wanted to be. See, I'm so tired of just telling the truth. Wish I could lie. So this is what y'all come here for. Spirits of truth by force. Prisoners of truth by force. Refugees. Now let me stop bothering y'all before y'all put a hit out on me. I can't stand Silas. He too fucking smart. Redneck right now down south watching me. He sound just like that. He's saying that. Man, fuck Silas. We gotta catch him and strike him up. That nigga's too smart for his own good. Gonna make the rest of them niggas smart. What's gonna happen when he make the rest of those niggers smart? They're having big ass debates over me right now. Say, look, he got the nigger. He got the niggers. He got the niggas working out their emotional problems, man. What the fuck? We gotta kill him. Nah, I'm just playing. Even rednecks love good old Sid. They wanna hate me though, but they like, nah, I like him. I like that nigga. I'll buy him. If this was back in the day, they'll buy me over y'all niggas. Now let me stop playing with y'all. Some of y'all, oh, y'all was a slave for real. That shit still hurts you. You don't even want to hear talk like that. Say, block that nigga who said, like, block that little nigga who said now, like, we gotta blackball him. You crazy. I'm not crazy. I just be fucking around too much. I'm sorry though. I be understanding y'all on the one side. I got kids, I got a grandson, things like this. So on the one side, I do be understanding the elders. You know how they be wanting y'all to be perfect. You know how Bill Cosby was? He pissed all the younger generation off before him by trying to make them too uppity and good before they time. They like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Let D.L. Hewley and them like, shut up, nigga. Let me get old and shit first. So they don't like that nigga. They was glad when he got railroaded. So on one side of me, like, I respect the elders that want me to be like squeaky clean and, what y'all think a wise person should be. I respect them on the one end, because when I see the sloppy youth we got, I be like, God damn. My daughter age, the 20-year-olds, and I know that sound crazy to some of y'all. Y'all like, how the fuck that nigga got a 20-year-old? How do Silas got a 20-year-old? Some of y'all like, damn, I'm not even 20. Listen, man, my grandson, my goddamn grandson, make me feel y'all sometime. I'm talking about the elders. I be feeling y'all when y'all be wanting me to be like a certain kind of way. And so it's all balanced. I be good sometime, I be bad sometime. I mix it all in there. Peace and wisdom, Angela Pleasant. Sticks Graphics and everybody else I might have missed. Holistic Mind Expansion. Nom Nod. I don't want y'all to think I'm greeting y'all like some of y'all are new. Some of y'all are old. So let them know I was the first nigga greeting. I say that so y'all, I don't want y'all to think I'm just being nice for fake. I know a lot of y'all fell into the perception that I'm mean. I was the first nice person. Y'all are just mean. So then I'm balanced. I have mean too. I have everything. Like, I have stuff in my sock. I have ugly stashed in my sock. Just in I have attitude stashed in my sock just in case I need it for later. Fuck you. You don't even know nothing. You don't even understand how this works, dummy. So some of y'all fell into that stupid shit. Like he trying to greet us because he trying to be nice. No, I started all of that greeting stuff. You gotta, acknowledge. I came as y'all. I realized I was a little famous later. And so it's important to have manners. This is something my grandma's always taught me, man. She just passed. You know how that go. They'd always go in and out. But that's the one thing she always used to teach us. Have manners. She the one that taught me about the taking off the hat and things like that. She's the one, that used to make me balance myself on a wheelbarrow. This is back in the 80s. She used to make me walk on a wheelbarrow. So I keep my balance and things. I was a big head kid, head a little heavy. I was a little, top heavy. Some of y'all know what I mean. I don't want to say I had a big ass head, but if you seen the picture I shared earlier, so my forehead, forehead was a little big. It didn't take much for me to lose my balance. My grandma, she made sure I had good balance. Some of y'all heads still big. Body never caught up with your head. Mine's did. Some of y'all's did. So, grandma taught me balance, things like that, and good manners. She from the, unfair times, the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King times. So she observant from that perspective, and she's like, you're gonna be safe in this life if you're well mannered. Back in the day, they wasn't really concerned with wealth and you being lit. They was more concerned with love and you being safe. Family's everything. This is that generation. Family is everything. We all we got. C and B. maybe they didn't say that last part, but y'all know what I mean. And so they whole thing was like, when the family ain't with you, you got to know how to be so you can make it back. And so teach me manners and things like that, how to be quick on my feet, balanced. So a lot of the youth in our times are missing these things, meaning y'all are just learning everything from the perspective of money and being popular, but y'all are not learning morals. And in the past, it wasn't about how lit you was. You get my point? But it was more like, how lit could you be and still resonate with where you came from? Meaning, can you be a rich ass lit nigga and then still go back to your neighborhood, hug the fiends you used to, you get it? Or are you bougie now? That's not to say you can't mingle in the bougie environments now, because you earned that. You earned that wealth to do that. But are you like lopsided minded now? Meaning, I was just in my old neighborhood. What day is it? Sunday? On Friday, I was just in my old neighborhood. Telling them like we could throw a little barbecue and shit. I ain't swing through this bitch and hang out with you ugly niggas in a while. You get it? I mean, like that. I'm talking to fiends and shit. They think I'm still on the clock. Like, it's real. I said, no, baby, I retired. They ain't told you that? So, like that. Can you become, now I'm not wealthy. I don't want you guys to get lost. I'm just saying in perspective. Y'all get lit. And y'all become the opposition or the enemy of the poor background y'all come from. You get my point? Meaning, if somebody from old neighborhoods I come from was hating on me, it wouldn't make me feel like, man, fuck them, they are op. You get it? I'm old school. I know you from when I was young. I still got some kind of love for you, and so I'm knowing what that is. Like, you just went out too. You get my point? And so my mind is always still in the perspective. Like, shit, if I still had certain hardships, you feel me? It's just real out here like that. You can't never lose sight of that. It doubles people's pains. I don't know how to say it right, but y'all know what I mean. If you rich and wealthy and you got people from when you were poor hating on you, just keep in mind it's the hardship they hate. It ain't really you. And you used to have hardships and you used to hate it too. And so you can't lose sight of that and become. A lot of y'all will like flash it in their face now. Flash that wealth in the face of those that were wealthy already. You get it? Not those. I don't know how to say it right, but a lot of y'all know what I'm saying. You don't got to do that. Your being wealthy is enough of a splash in the face, so to say. You get my point? And so you don't never have to do nothing to increase those types of things. Like I said, most people hate, it's just the hate of their hardship. It ain't really personal with you. You can't get lost. If anything, try and help them. That's what that is, a cry for help. Like, down here suffering, motherfucker, you ain't gonna do nothing. Hey, that's what them hating on you really. It's like them trying to tell you, like, shit, toss a little rope or something back. And so always try to keep your mind screwed on. Never, you know, everybody born on the side, so to say, on a physical level, on a mental level, so we all just equals. We all have the potential to be equals. Salam, shalom. In the words of my Muslim Mexican brothers, I salami. Nah. One of y'all emailed me talking about, man, I've been seeing a whole lot of Muslims, a whole lot of Mexican Muslims ever since you said that, man. Peace and wisdom. Thank you to all of you guys that's giving back. I appreciate the balance. It's a deep thing. I was going to buy land this weekend. I don't even want to go into my personal life. But shit be crazy out here. Wisdom costs so much, I never really knew that. I never knew people could become so jealous of wisdom that they would try to fuck up your money. Like, wisdom ain't physical. Time people waste on that kind of stupid shit, they could grasp wisdom. Shit deep ain't important, but I can still buy it. I might, I don't know. Nimrod said balance on a wheelbarrow. Yeah, I used to bust my ass and hurt my knee when she used to do that, but I got it though. If any of you guys ever seen me walk or do 52 or a backflip or something, you probably notice like he real light on his feet. Like, that's from that. Meaning I got good balance like a cat. My friend used to always say that. Man, you like a black cat, man. One day his window was wide open. And I had hopped over somebody to sit on the windowsill. But he thought I was about to fall out of it. And I guess the way I had hopped over the person and then sat down, he was like, damn, you move like a goddamn cat. You a cat. Like, so it's from that. Grandma's, you know, making me walk on wheelbarrows and things like that. Back in the day, you know, your elders pushed you. Meaning my uncle used to make me hang on the door for hours. I'm short, meaning he not making me, I can let go, but I'm scared. So I'm just hanging there till he take me off. He never takes me off. I just have to fall. Like, but he's teaching me not to be scared. You get it? Y'all don't have that now with the youth. Meaning when I was growing up, my elders were hands-on. Everything that they did, it was a lesson in it. Meaning he used to say you gonna hang up there till you get the courage to let go. And I'll be not just me, my cousins, everybody. We be hanging on that shit, crying for an hour. You see your cousins falling before you. You see they ain't hurt, but you still hanging on like, nah, my ankle gonna break. I know it. Man, I'm hanging up there for hours. It was so cold-blooded, I used to hang up there for too long to where they'd have to take me down. So they like, man, we can't just watch him hanging up here. He not gonna never let go. He done figured out how to position his feet on the knob. He not even hanging no more. He just standing on the door. I was crafty as a kid. Little nigga just standing on the doorknob, breaking the door, man. Get him down. So they start hanging me on other shit, man. Eventually I fell down and I learned, like, okay, I gotta learn how to land, but can't be scared. And so this happened with everything. You know, I fell down the stairs before my grandma taught me. I couldn't open up the door with the key, so there was wisdom she gave me for that. You get my point? Meaning y'all kids are young. When they get about 4 or 5 years old, y'all don't test them and be like, here, open up the door with the key. So if you my age, you like, nah, I went through that same thing, man. When I got a certain age, 3, 4 years old, they make me open the door with the key. But my fingers wasn't strong enough to do it. Project locks be heavy, baby. And so my little 3-year-old fingers couldn't turn that key. So you get it? Grandma give you finger exercises and things to strengthen up your fingers so you can. Why? Because she knowing, man, you need to learn how to open up this door by the time you 5. Cause they be shooting out there. You might have to run in the house. You get it? Think ahead. This neighborhood is bad. They be getting the shooting out here sometime. You might have to let yourself in. You can't be fumbling with the... You get it? You can't be fumbling with the lock. You gotta let your little sister in, your older sister in, whoever. And so it was deep back in the day. If you're listening and you're young and you got kids, you hear it, apply it. And so like I said in the past, it was all about, being balanced, being fair, being kind. It wasn't about who could be the toughest, but it was about who could be the kindest. So gangsters in the past was very kind and gentlemanlike. They'd fuck you up, but so you'd have to ask for that. And they'd beat you up in private in the alley when no one's around. They let you chump them off because they don't want nobody to think they're not nice. You're like, okay. Then later on they catch you and kill you. Like, you tried to play me in front of everybody, motherfucker. Y'all not like that now. Y'all like pussy on the back end. Y'all tough in front of the crowd. And so it's like, it's more honorable now to be like tough. In the past, it was more honorable to be like, a gentleman. To be nice and a gentleman and be able to whoop some ass when needed, this was the pinnacle of what a man was. You get it? Very nice person that has the strength to break your fucking neck if need be. But they got full control over themselves as a man. You get my point? Meaning on a mental level. They not insecure in no way where they like, I gotta prove I'm tough. They a man. But somebody said, Walter Gray said, big fact, some of y'all men, y'all was raised by men. Whether this be dudes in the neighborhood from back in the day or just you was blessed to have a father figure, our father. And so you know everything I'm saying. Like, yeah, this is facts. It was about that. Being strong, but a gentleman. Having manners, things like that. And so these are the things y'all need to reincorporate back into the youth. It's not about how savage you can be, but it's about how savage you can be when needed. After exhausting all other possibilities. And so for a man to be that way, he have to truly be strong. Meaning he have to truly know how to fight and whip ass. He got to truly be a man of real strength where he ain't insecure. Where he could let you run your mouth and be like, you know what? This ain't the play. You get it? I'm gonna beat you up on the back. I'm gonna break your neck on the back end in the alley later. But right now is not the place. And so This will help a lot of you guys in not beating up y'all girlfriends, because it's a problem in today's times, I suppose. In my day, just breaking up with a chick, see, this was enough. I come from them times, I just leave. Just leave you. Then you get to see what real life is, bitch, when you gotta pay for everything. That's punishment enough. I don't have to beat you up. That's a waste of my time. That's energy. So I come from them times. I just leave you. Don't play with me. You like this good lights? You like this good gas, right? You like those nice shoes I bought you? Okay. Keep it up. I'm gonna leave. Keep it the fuck up. I'm gonna leave. Then you gonna go crazy. Motherfuckers fuck with me and lose their mind. For good. Yeah, say that out loud. I'm sorry. It's the truth. So try to grasp. It will help y'all from not having to beat up y'all girlfriends. If you a strong man, so you know what it is to take care of a woman. It's not about buying her love, but it's about taking care of her. In return, she gonna take care of you. It's like being a father to her as well. Cause she gonna want shit from your ass because you've spoiled her now. And so, as a man, you got to be able to take control and be secure to say, nah, we lacking right now, baby. You better fall your ass the fuck back. I'm taking those bags back too. Like, you got to be real on both ends. When you got it, you got it. You say, baby, you get anything you want. You already know that. You don't even need to. You don't even need to know the bank password, cause I'm gonna leave all the fucking cash in that suitcase over there. Help yourself. That's our money though, so don't fuck it up. Do you? The nigga know when to say, hey, don't touch that suitcase, you hear? Fucking light bill, dude. Shit getting tight. They got their foot on my neck. You better start help. You getting a job. Fuck this how real women know what I'm talking about. They argue down, but they like, nah, I love him. He real as fuck. That nigga told me I'm getting a job. That nigga told me I'm gonna get me a fucking job. Been taking care of me, I'm gonna get one. A real woman gonna tell you, yeah, I'm gonna get one, but you gonna watch your fucking mouth. You gonna start cooking half the meals around this bitch. I'm gonna get one. You better watch how you talk to me now. This how real women, they you know, it's a team thing. They both the same, man and woman. Meaning in a real relationship, they both the same. They twins, baby. Say, fuck that, you getting a job and we taking the bags back. She say, fuck you, nigga, I didn't even really want them bags, you dumb fuck. I told you when you bought them, stupid. I already told you I was getting a job last week, nigga. I got an interview Monday, so she real. She gonna beat him to the punch. Whatever he tell her to do, she like, shut up, I already told you I was doing that. This is what a real relationship is all about, baby. Then they sit there to eat together. They be like, damn, babe, shit getting a little rough out here. I'm kind of scared. She say, yeah, baby, I'm scared too. I'm sorry I yelled at you earlier. I'm getting scared. Come give me a hug, baby. I'm scared too. At least we got each other. This what a real relationship is about. Y'all don't know nothing about that in the daytime. Where you could go broke on your bitch and she just sit there look at you crazy like, shit, I don't know what we gonna do. She say, I don't know what we gonna do. Y'all chicks in the daytime, you go broke. She looking at you like, man, what what you gonna do? She hit you with the man, so what you know, singular talk. So what you gonna do, man? Back in the day, she keep it a we thing. Damn, we fucked up, huh? I guess I should take this bag back. Nah, real chicks, they save all that shit you gave them. As soon as you tell them you broke, they wait for 2 days to make sure you ain't lying and make sure you don't make nothing else. Then they come with the big stash like, remember all that money you was giving me, baby? I love you. I ain't spend it. I was saving it. And then you be like, I knew why I fucked with you. You ain't like them other dumb bald head chicks, man. I knew you was fucking real. Watch when I get back on. You getting everything. Y'all don't know nothing about that in the daytimes. Y'all lacking. I'm telling y'all, y'all are lacking. You hear me? And so, if you young, just listen to what I'm saying and imagine. Have a fantasy. But that ain't never gonna be your reality. Your girl got fake butt. Meaning she don't believe you will accept her real ass. So she ain't gonna never be real with you. It's a both-sided thing. It's that real wisdom. Don't worry about it. I'll get back to the topic. Just get this real. Because y'all need this more than anything. Angela Pleasant said life is about goods and services. Indeed. And so our youth need a lot of morals, principles. They too lost into following. They don't realize that makes them a bozo. And so you don't want to be a follower. This is not to say you don't want to be supportive and hold yours down. But you want to be solid when need be. You want to have your own perspective when need be. You won't have to build your own relationships in this life when need be. You can't have nobody telling you who to fuck with and who need it. You got to come of age sometime. We live in them times where you be a grown up and you got people telling you who to like, who not to like they gonna disconnect you from this crowd or that crowd if you hang out with them. You get it? And this is all a matter of your individual strength. Meaning you got people that's above those things. Those types of things never happen to me. Meaning I ain't got whoever I want. Nobody ever questioned me on that. And they not. You get it? But that's a matter of my strength. The person already know. If I question him on that, he gonna take it as disrespect and we gonna be fighting. And it is disrespect. You get it? For you to come trying to paint a perspective of somebody to me like I don't have my own brain. That's disrespectful. That's for people that don't have a mind. And so I wouldn't expect nobody to treat me that way. I don't treat people in that way. I mean, I ain't trying to steer your thoughts on who you should like or not. Whoever the hell I don't like. As long as they ain't do nothing creepy to where I'm looking at you like if you fucking with them knowing what you know, I can't fuck with you. If it's just stupid shit, you feel me? Like who you like. You got to come to your own conclusions in this life. This is what growth is about. Some of you guys need to apply that to your children, meaning you try to control every aspect of their thoughts and decisions. You got to let them blossom. They got to make mistakes so they can understand, the value of good decision. When you make a fucked up decision and got to live that shit out, that shit is the best example of why good decisions are valuable. We don't look at stuff like that as wealthy. Say, nah, a good decision is hella wealthy. A bad one will cost you physical fucking money. That's how you should know good decisions. Good decision is a matter of wealth. Because a bad one will have your ass broke. Meaning they go hand in hand. Good decisions in wealth and bad decisions in poverty. That nigga that's impoverished is just a nigga that don't make good choices. We don't look at life that way. We look at life like we ain't got no control. You got some control. You ain't just a boat in the middle of the ocean flip-flopping around. You got paddles. You got to save yourself, or at least put a little effort into it. The waves see you trying, and they settle down a little bit. They say ain't no need on both of us welling up a storm. He got it. Waters is smart. When it's boats in the water, they don't do. Look at the waters. It's boats out here. They chilling. The water chilling. When it don't be no boats out here, that waters get crazy. Then the boats can't get out there. So it's a give and take thing. Basically, water, water likes to stretch. Water likes to scratch its back. This being its surface. Man is riding his boats all over the surface, so then water could just relax and chill. Just getting its back scratched. This is literal talk. When man is not moving, so waters, of course, living waters. Y'all don't know what water is, that's why. Water's mind. Mind is air. This is where you get water from. The hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms within air. Air is mind, consciousness. It manifests physically into waters. And everything else, solid you see. But it starts there. And so waters is just fresh conscious. What's fresh conscious? Just awareness. No thoughts, just awareness, observation. If you need to clear your mind, just get some water and some fresh air. That's basically clear thoughts. It's deep, like, I don't think y'all grasp. You're clearing out your thoughts with clear ones. It works too. And so grasp. Wisdom's simple. Children were wise by the time they were 9 in the Native American times. This is before, the Babylon is completely built. This is back in village and tribe times. Right before nationalities and cities. It's an order, a process of development, taking bare lands that indigenous men are running on, butt naked on, and developing up into a full Babylon. But it goes through its stages, tribal names and villages. This is like pre-nationalities and countries, And in tribal names and village times. So, a young boy, could have been as wise as I am. He could have been about 12. His name could have been like Sitting Geese. Running Rabbit. His first name is Running, his last name is Rabbit. Sitting Wolf. We still had names like this all the way up into the 1900s, if you guys are confused. There was an R&B singer named Howling Wolf. Muddy Waters. Y'all really think we African? I can't believe y'all really fall into that. We not African. We the butt-naked indigenous people, that became, the people that got, adopted by tribes and shit. And so we still hold the same orders. Like I said, all the way back up into the 1900s, man, we were still holding on to our native tribal names. Motherfucking Muddy Waters, Howling Wolf. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. It was cold-blooded, too. Like, shit was real back in the day. Lil Walter. This is where it started changing, like, because back in the day, they didn't want slave master names. Like, it's bad luck to have, like, a surname. Like, a fixed name. Like, a name that don't have no meaning. Is to say, like, you nothing. John doesn't have a definition. Thomas. James. That's just that's nothing. So in the past, they understood that, man. The name got to have meaning because the name is going to determine what the seed is. Malcolm X. X is like a symbol of death. So Malcolm X died. You get it? Like, Pop Smoke. So he got popped. Like, what you name yourself is what you become. It's inevitable. Meaning, the name is the state of the mind. And so the state of the mind is going to be what the person's going to be. So in the past, they understood this. They named their kids, after deep things in the life. Like Sitting Rabbit, Howling Wolf. But the concept behind a wolf howling, having wisdom to know when a wolf's howling at the moon, what that means. You get it? When a rabbit is sitting still, rabbits hop around all, you get it? To understand the wisdom of when a rabbit is sitting still. You get it? They naming, it's deep. Like I said, we still carry those orders all the way up into the 1900s. Y'all still do, y'all just take the surname with it. So a man name would be like Black Sam. Instead of like Black Knight, Black Waters. You get it? He had a surname in it. Some of y'all name is like, you get it? Y'all still name yourselves after things as opposed to a surname. Meaning y'all all have nicknames. Y'all have y'all surnames, but y'all all adopt nicknames and they have a meaning. Meaning the nickname you got, this name has a meaning. You can tell the story of why or who call you that and why they do. If I say why you got your name, like your surname, you say like it was passed down to me or somebody just gave it to me. It don't have no meaning like that. Your name could be John Henry. If I say why is your name John Henry, you're either gonna say because my father's name was John Henry and I'm a junior. Or you just gonna say like my mother and father made it up. They got John from here. You get it? It has no meaning. Like burping frog. Yeah, the old names. Carrie Keaton said my first nickname was Buddha. So you get my point? Buddha has a meaning. Like, now that wasn't a good example, but I'm just trying to work with you. Some of y'all returning, some of y'all stupid as shit. I'm just playing. Like Bishop Bullwinkle. Yeah, there you go. In the past, they had a relationship with the animals and the life around them, so they named themselves after the animals. Of course, the animals were part of the tribe in the past, and the animals was the source of wisdom, meaning man learned from animal, not reverse. Man learned how to make, a home out of a cave from bears and things like that. Man learned how to, dig and build tunnels and things like this from watching beavers and different things, from observing the animals back in the time when, they was dependent on the animals. The animals is elders. So let's say you're a Christian. So even according to your belief system, so the animals come before man. So like God created them first, according to your perspective. And so when I say what I say, like animals are the elders to man, they taught them certain things before man got lost in their ego, started hunting them down. So they had a high respect for animals. Like I said, animals was persons, people, no different than us. To be a person is just to have a perspective. And so they respected the animals, learned from them. Like I said, the animals was the elders. And so we need to get back on those kind of things. This is why I say learn from life. Yeah. Language is tricky. Meaning when you're dealing with language so you can hear the truth or the lie. But when you're dealing with things that do not speak, I'm not saying animals don't have communication, but they do not speak word. In that they can't lie. And so when you're learning from things in life that do not have word, all you can do is learn truth. That part. And so it's a deep thing to grasp. I learned directly from the life, but you have to develop your mind to that. Your mind being your perception, your awareness, and how clouded it is with other ideals and thoughts and things of this nature. Yeah, peace and wisdom, Carrie Keaton. Even the Hebrew scriptures say that. Yeah, exactly. Most scriptures will tell you the animals were here first. Man has to learn humility. Meaning first shall be last, last shall be first. Man is the pinnacle of all that is here. But in terms of knowledge, he was the least. Meaning for the thing to be the wisest of all things, it has to start as the absolute opposite. You get it? An animal is born with a certain aspect of wisdom. Within minutes, they walking. By the next day, they damn near learning how to hunt, or at least hold on to the belly while they hunting. You get it? When you dealing with man, it take him so long to grasp. Meaning when man is born out, he is like a blank mind. He knows nothing. He is the pinnacle of stupidity on earth. Nothing is stupider than man when man is first born out. Even a flower is, well, flowers are really smart, but anything you can think of that's not wiser than a man, it is when man first born out. Now, man has the potential to be wiser and have control over everything here, but it's only because of that. It covered more ground than everything else. See, the animal started in the middle. It didn't start from the beginning of itself. The complete stupidities of itself, developing itself all the way up to the pinnacles. This takes strength to start from the bottom and build yourself up, as opposed to starting from the middle. Had man started from just being able to walk and talk, well, man wouldn't be what he is now. You get it? We'd be less of what we are as intellectual beings because we haven't started from the beginning. And so, man has to learn to humble himself, meaning man becomes the wisest thing here, or the greatest thing here, but he doesn't, and he forgets that he was the least. He learned from everything else here before he started making up his own shit, which is lies. But before he was a liar, so he was just an observer of life, the things in it, these things being truth. It's like a baby and a kid. Before the kid becomes a liar, so grasp. And so it's about developing the mind up. Meaning my wisdom is dependent on that. How much I develop my mind. My perception of things. Develop it until it becomes bigger than both sides. Perfectly balanced. It consumes both sides. And so wisdom is a deep thing. It's a matter of the mind. It's a very tricky thing. Many people hurt themselves. Many of you guys mess y'all lives up, mess y'all perception up. Many different things of self, you are not even privy to it. So wisdom's a tricky thing. It's a matter of the mind. The mind isn't something that you should play with. Look at it like drugs. You tell a kid, like, man, don't take certain drugs like psychedelics because your mind might not be on a level to truly, like, cope with what's going to happen. Like that. The mind can break. When it breaks, the self has ego, so it doesn't... The self does not accept any flaw of itself in acknowledgement. So if the mind breaks, the self may notice, like, damn, I'm losing it. But then the ego will kick everything back into the perspective of whatever state of mind you in now is the good state of mind. Until the person that's a little thrown off in the brain thinks they're regular and everyone else isn't. You get it? And this is all a matter of the ego, though. Kerry Keaton said, I wonder how first man and woman survived. There is no first anything's child, peace and wisdom. And so when you're dealing with the mind, it is very important that you guys get conscious cleansing. You find someone such as myself that understands every avenue of the mind, or a lot of it, where they can explain the unconscious realms and the conscious realms. How I explained to you guys that dream is a place in the unconscious part of the mind. The same way physical life is a place in the conscious mind. And so a person has to understand the mind. This is the soul of the individual, both sides of it. Of course, the mind is three-parted, each part having three parts. Like I said, the mind is three-parted, each part having three parts. And so to put that in layman's terms for most of you to grasp on a simple level, you as a mind, this is a matter of your perspective, your states of awareness. You have three. You have you in an unconscious state of mind. You have this awareness that you experience called dream. And then you have physical life awareness. And so I'll say again, the mind has three parts, each part having three parts. This is your ancient Egyptian science wisdom, meaning that phrase comes from there. Your Book of the Dead teachings and things like that, it comes from there. And so this is ancient Egyptian terminology. I'm explaining to you that it is accurate by, giving you guys real life reference. So as a mind, you guys have those three parts of your perspective, are three parts of awarenesses that's different than one another. Unconscious mind, the dream state of the mind, and the physical mind. When I say physical mind, I'm talking about you being in physical life and aware, not your brain. Your brain is just a part of the body. It's a result of the mind. The mind being like airs, the brain being like thick, muddy waters. And so I explained how airs manifest waters. So you guys should grasp. The point I'm making is the three parts of you as a mind, the mind being the soul, is that. Three different states of perception or awareness. And so, of course, you have the unconscious part of the mind. This is the source of the mind. This is the awareness. You have the dream state of the awareness or mind. That manifests as the spirit body. Meaning the dream state of the mind having three parts. The dream state part is what manifests into the spirit body. The conscious, awakened part of the mind, this manifests into the literal physical body. So you have a mind, spirit, and a body. It's a matter of the mind having three parts, each part manifesting out into the pinnacles of itself. The unconscious mind becoming consciousness and unconsciousness, which is the pinnacles of itself. The dream state of awareness becoming the pinnacles of itself, which is a spirit body. And so the consciousness becoming the pinnacles of itself, which is a physical vessel. So that mind, which is three-parted, each part having three parts, that's how that happens. This is why the ancient Egyptians, they took out the heart and different organs or different parts of the body, because they understand the body is 1/3 of the conscious being a complete soul. 1/3 of it manifested into the physical body. 1/3 of it manifested into the physical substance of self, which is the spirit. And 1/3 of it is the conscious and unconscious mind. And so they understood every aspect and layer of the self, the soul. I don't know if I'm going too deep. I know they go deep, but try and grasp. And so the spirit body, it is spirit, it is consciousness, and it has a body, meaning it has a physical make. The physical body. It has a conscious, it has a physical body, and it has a spirit in it. The mind. It has an unconscious, it has a dream state of awareness for this spirit body, and it has conscious awareness for the physical body, meaning the mind is three parts, each part having three parts. That's what they mean. The mind is three-parted, meaning it's unconscious. It has a dream awareness and a physical awareness, those three. The dream awareness of this mind manifests into a spirit body, that spirit body being a body, not a solid body, but a body of substance. That spirit body has a consciousness to it. You guys experience it. It's called dream. And it is a spirit. It has three parts. The conscious part of the mind manifests out into the physical vessel. If you're lost, semen is a mind. Consciousness, that is spirit. Again, mind manifests into spirit. The dream state of awareness manifests into a spirit body. That is mind, though. That is put into womb and it develops up into a body. You get it? And so it's a deep thing. That physical body has a spirit. It has a consciousness. And it has a mind, meaning an awareness. Three parts. And so, the mind has three parts, each part having three parts, meaning the soul is nine-parted. 3 parts physical, 3 parts spirit, and 3 parts mind. And so it's a deep thing, try to grasp. Kerry Keaton said, you put me onto the Kabbalah. Ein Sof, Ein Sofer. I get it. Salam Shalom. It's Ayin, Ein Sof, and Or Ayin. And so try to grasp. Now, understanding the Kabbalah in death is what's truly important. The Kabbalah is explaining how the spirit body is created by this three-parted mind. So ancient Egyptian teachings correlate with ancient Hebrew teachings, which is your Kabbalah teachings. And so, like I said, I have one-on-ones on those things. You guys can all request it. Visit my website, wiseservant.org, or just Google Upscale Knowledge, and then click the website. And so kind of grasp the mind, which is the soul, is a very deep thing. Meaning you guys think physical life is everything. You only have physical life because you have what's called consciousness. Meaning 1/3 of the mind, like I said, the mind is three-parted. You have the conscious part of that mind, which predates the vessel. It becomes the vessel. The conscious part of the mind, so this is the part of the mind that is separating from the source. The source not being the unconscious mind, but the unconscious mind being this newborn, the unconscious being this newborn mind in womb, and it developing into full awareness, starting as an unconsciousness in its womb, but it comes from a separate source. This is what's called the Father. So when you're dealing with the ancient Judaic teachings, so their belief falls more along that line. You have the womb of life in the mother, and the father over it. This would be Satan, and let's say his wife, so to say. So this is what unconsciousness is, the womb of the mother, Sophia. It is all of that that is manifesting out into physical vessel or physical world. The source being separated from all of that, but that is where all of that came from. Think like physical life. You have a father. He's ejaculating spirits into a woman's womb. These spirits are manifesting out, are being born out as physical bodies. They know they came from the mother, but they don't understand. No, you came from the father in your beginnings as seed, as spirit, like that. And so when you're dealing with the Judaic teachings, their understandings fall along the line of that, meaning physical life is a physical manifestation of what is not physical. And so it started that same way before physical life. You had all father conscious, this being awareness and everything that we know. And then you have what was separated from that. This would be Satan. And so this would be your unconsciousness being separated from total awareness, everlasting life, life being a matter of awareness. And so this is your beginnings of the two gods. The first God being your source father of awareness. The second one being unconsciousness, what separated itself from it. And so this is the womb that we know, or that unconscious state we know. Now, of course, this mind that is separated and unconscious, it develops up into full awareness and full vessel or body and world. This body being the whole universe, the whole existence. Like Vishvarupa, or the many roops of Vishnu, if you're into Hinduism. So I'm giving you a reference. And so the whole existence is the physical body, spirit, and mind of what y'all would call the adversary or the devil. Meaning from the unconscious state of your mind to the awakened state of your mind. That being from the void all the way to physical life. This is all the devil's domain, and all the life within it is the many reincarnations of this devil or Satan. But the souls of these reincarnated Satans, so they come from where they always came from the same place that Satan came from the source father. That's what all is separated from in mind. Meaning you cannot physically go back to your father. And so lucky for all of us, mind is truly not all physical. And so there is a going back to eternity, or which I would basically perceive as life and awareness and never having a death, which is big sleep. I guess this is why in religions they say in heaven there is no sleeping and death. These two things go together. It's like the long count and the short count. Meaning ancient Mayan calendar is not what y'all think. It is explaining like the long count is like death. The short count is like sleep. Awake is like daytime. You get it? They're giving you the long count, like death is a longer sleep. So sleep is 8 hours long of nothingness or ugly dream or good dream. Death is like that. It's 1/3 of a time. It can just be nothingness, or it can be ugly or nice. And so I suppose this is what you guys call heaven, hell, and things like that. Afterlife. And so this is what the true wisdom is a matter of. The understandings of the source father and the physical manifestation of this source father in the physical life. Meaning I worship the devil. It doesn't matter what religion or faith you believe in. Y'all minds are in a certain perspective of things, and so y'all are deaf, blind, and dumb. Meaning some of y'all know, like, I think I do worship the devil, but you have an ego, so you like, nah, I don't, nah. But y'all all worship the devil. Even y'all religions tell y'all do. So it's a deep thing, try and grasp. Kerry Keaton said, how come I don't see any Jewish people teach the Kabbalah in the urban communities? Because the Kabbalah is sacred oral teachings, meaning most Jews do not know the Kabbalah. This is an ancient practice that was given to the eldest boy. It was like a rite of passage. And so with the Kabbalah teachings, you get the sciences as well, or the magic. This is, a lot of the sciences and magics, y'all have them in y'all day-to-day life. So it's not that special to y'all now, but others as well. Meaning a lot of the drinks y'all drink, alcohol beverages, and how it fucks y'all mind up. These is all a parts of those sciences or the magic of the Kabbalah, as well as things that y'all don't have and know. It also has the creation story. When I say the creation story, I'm speaking of the creation of the mind, and then the spirit. And then from there, the Bible takes over. It says, like, in the beginning, the Spirit of God. But that's not the beginning. That's just the beginning of the spirit manifesting into the vessel, the body. But the Kabbalah goes before that. This is your Judaic teachings. And so most Jewish people of today times don't know the Kabbalah. They just know the rhetoric that y'all know. Meaning the magic has its good sides and its bad sides. When I say magic, I'm speaking real sciences. Science being the matter of chemistry, mixing this thing together and that thing together. Understanding if I blow my hot ass air or breath into cold air, I can get substance, liquid. This is basically hydrogen atom meets oxygen atom. Cool air and hot air. But you have to be a deep level alchemist to even grasp that. Know that. Meaning y'all know the science. Meaning y'all know hydrogen atoms. Y'all know H2O, which is which is basically to say 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom will give you a droplet or molecule of water. But if I tell you guys, do it, let me see, y'all don't know what to do. So that's why I say you got to be a deep level alchemist to say, well, all you would need to do is boil water. When you see the hot vapor or air rise up and meet the cooler air, you're going to see like water droplets on the bottom of the lid. Take your hot breath in the wintertime and blow it on your scarf. Then your scarf's going to be wet. Like that. Knowing how to take the equation H2O, 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen atom, and then doing it physically. You get it? Like that. This is how rain, tornadoes, all these things is created. From hot air meeting cold air. Warm air meeting cool air. You get it? Chemistry. And so the alchemy or the magic, it can be good or bad depending on the nature of the people. The nature of the people seems to follow the times. And so I suppose in these times, The magic aspect of the Kabbalah doesn't need to be known. This is why I never explained it in depth. Like, I just explained it to where y'all can grasp, like, oh yeah, he knows it, like, for real, for real. So it's the same as far as the creation story part, where they're explaining how the mind is created in the three parts of it. This is your ayin, Ein Sof, and or Ein. This being your unconscious mind developing into your dream state of awareness, and then your awake consciousness. Now that part of the teachings can be taught. It's just explaining how life manifests forth. Of course, you have the 10 Sephirot, this being the 10 sounds. Of course, sound is a matter of air. And so these 10 sounds come together to manifest the U, the YHWH, the holy substance. This is the spirit, basically the semen. But we speaking of 4 bodies. And so, of course, that substance is what raises all the sperm cell from the dead state. That substance is life. It's what brings life forth. And so the 10 sounds that come together, of course, if you're familiar with the 10 Sephirot, you have like Keter, Shakma, Bina, 10 of them, 10 names. Those 10 names are descriptions of sounds, meaning Keter, Shakma, Bina is not the name of the 10 spirits of Ein Sof, but it is the descriptive name of the sound. You get it? Meaning the 10 names of the 10 Sephirot. The 10 Sephirot is the 10 spirits of Ein Sof. The names that we have for the 10 spirits of Ein Sof are truly 10 syllables. Those 10 syllables is what makes a word. And that is the word or name of God. Those 10 syllables merge. When I say syllables, I mean like if your name is Stephanie. Stephanie. You get it? 3 syllables. The 10 spirits of Ein Sof, you know, Keter, Chakma, Bina, so on and so forth. Those are just words used to describe these syllables. Syllables being sounds. 10 syllables is what makes the true name of God. This is the secret name of God that no one knows in today's times. They don't even know what I just said. So you have to grasp. 3 of the syllables are silent. God's name is a 10-syllable word. This 10-syllable word manifests what we know as semen, or the YHWH, pronounced you. You can sound it out yourself. Y and the H is pronounced like yeah, yeah, yeah. WH is pronounced like woo, woo, woo. You. In the past, they didn't use vowels, so y'all spell U, Y-O-U. Y'all use like the vowels to do it. O and the U is a vowel. Again, they didn't use the vowels. They were really smart. They knew how to spell without them. You know, basically smarter than y'all. They understood speaking certain words is to manifest certain things on a microscopic level. These things will develop up in time. And so the Kabbalah teachings is the true teachings of Jesus and all of these types of things that y'all have in a distorted way in today's times. Meaning y'all have a weird understanding of Jesus in today's times. It's not weird to y'all, it's the right way to y'all, but y'all have Jesus personified and manly-like and weird. If you understand the ancient teachings, it's more clear-cut, more divine, more easy to grasp, makes more sense. Help you to understand where you are going to be as a mind in eternity. And understanding when this thing saves you from this eternal doom that you building up for yourself as we speak. So that's what makes this thing so divine and special. To give you an example, man has a bunch of sperm cells in his lower parts, they're dead. A woman has primordial germ cells. This is what becomes egg cells. They're in their abyss, are inactive, dead. It is that substance that brings all of these things back to life and raise them up into a body or a full world. And so the teachings y'all have of Jesus is similar to that, but it's personified and idolized. Basically everything that the God in y'all Bible tell y'all not to fall into. Understanding. Don't fall into idolization. This is where you're understanding. This is when you're giving up understanding and you're deciding to be like an idolater. What do they call it? An idolater? An idolater? It doesn't matter. That's an old word. Y'all know what I mean. And so kind of grasp. The Book of the Dead is the same as the Kabbalah. The difference is the Kabbalah. Well, there's no difference. The Kabbalah is oral teachings. It is a sin to write it. So it's the same with the ancient Book of the Dead, but it's not written. Meaning no one wrote it. You just have writings on people's perspective of what it says. You get it, translations, but technically it's not written. It's on like stone, but the best thing I can say is that you guys have bones in your body. Y'all also have bone cells. These things carve things on y'all bone. Y'all can't see it, but the cells within y'all can. And so the ancient Egyptian stuff is written on bone. I mean, well, it's the same. It's written on stone, but y'all think man carved that in there or something. Which man did, but not man like y'all know man. These mans live in cave. They live in mountain and rock and bone. Think like Jibril. Jibril was in a cave. Muhammad was in this cave, mountaintop. And then Jibril came out of nowhere. Meaning Jibril came from out of the mountain and appeared to Muhammad. And so it wasn't speaking magic trick shit. It was speaking literal. That's why y'all not allowed to just wander on certain mountains and caves, and you get it? This world we live in is biological, meaning it's a physical vessel. And so certain man ain't what y'all perceive as man. Certain man, like ancient Mayans, these are not what we would technically classify as man, but these is like, you got, like I said, you got bone cells. They keep the other cells away from the bone and so on and so forth. These be like that. And so they lost. Meaning the white germ cells invaded their area. They lost. If you lost, germ man, germ cell, the same thing. So they lost. The germ cells conquered that area of the body. They conquered that part of the bone. You know, through the bone is where you get, you know, to the spirit, the substance, you know, the spine. And so man will understand this world he lives in when he understands that it's physical vessel. Thank you, Tina Hewley. Now I'm about to depart. I'm really hot. I fulfilled my glory for the day. If you guys have any questions, y'all can ask. If any of you want to give back, you can do so at paypal.me/Solace Solari. Or you can visit Cash App, cash.app/$ the real Solace. Or you can click the description arrow. All of my links are there. My website as well. I have t-shirts like the one I showed in the beginning of this video. I don't feel like getting up. I'm tired. I also have really deep magazines. They explain some of the things I was saying in this video in regards to the world being the body, giving you a breakdown of it. So wisdom like that's in the magazines. You can go to wiseservant.org. T-shirts there. You can Google upscale knowledge. If you're having trouble finding the website, you can find it that way. And of course, if you want to become a member of the channel, click the blue join word next to subscribe. Pick whichever option works best for you. Salam, shalom.